Last week, the India chapter of the International Advertising Association held its annual IAA Retrospect and Prospect session with captains of IPG, Madison and Zenith Optimedia sharing their predictions for 2016 and also assessing the year gone by. On Grandstand, since we've highlighted these already, we caught up with Shashi Sinha, Vikram Sakhuja and Anupriya Acharya for an insightful rapid fire. Take a look. As the name suggests, the recent edition of the IAA Retrospect and Prospects was an evening well spent with industry leaders deliberating on what 2016 holds in terms of ad spends, along with a look back at the year gone by. We did a quick catch-up with IPG's Shashi Sinha, Madison's Vikram Sakhuja and Zenith Optimedia's Anupriya Acharya and caught them at their spontaneous best to do some trend spotting for us. Here's what we asked them.
Yes, definitely. I'm an optimist by nature. The country is optimist, so things will happen. Achhe din. So why not?
There are new categories, new brands, e-commerce becoming big, all of that. So it's based on all of that. It's not optimism in its own regard.
Since I'm part perpetrator, I think I'll have to agree with that. But I think it's justified. I won't say killing print, taking share from print, yes. Each medium has a role. I don't think digital is going to take 100% of the ad pie ever.
Digital is largely, when it is used by marketers, it is for, cross geographies. So it's not used as a localized medium from city to city, which is where print is showing maximum growth. So in the short run, I don't think so. I don't think they should be worried about digital. It's just a platform. They can, largely all publishers and broadcasters are content companies. And hence, they should be more worried about ensuring that they have sticky content and they can leverage digital as well. Urban demand is good, and so we expect that some of these categories which have been doing well for the last many quarters will continue to do well.
No, what will happen is not more marketers, because marketers have finite budgets. So they will spend. It's not that their budgets will go up. But there'll be a lot more, which is the point I made earlier in the panel. There are a lot more advertisers coming on, if SMEs boom. So there'll be a lot more small-scale advertisers coming on, which is happening to digital. The long tail is there. So that's what the hope is. I strongly believe, like I said, I think today broadcasters are not looking at content, they're just looking at free dish to the Doordarshan thing and they're getting the eyeballs. But in the long run, it's a huge opportunity to be tapped. I see the data, the BARC data, and I believe there's a great opportunity. It has to be a different audience altogether, different way you cut the content.
It's great that it's finally being measured, and I think that's going to give it a fillip. But I think 2017 will be the time when the rural potential will really start to burgeon.
Yes, if there's a big gap, I'd worry.
I won't say no measurement. I would say ABC has to be seen along with the IRS to really get a good combination of the full readership as well as the circulation.
Print is largely a habit, and it's not like the habits change very fast. So, you don't have to have a data updated every quarter or every, to really take decisions.
Unfortunately. And at least in the print of ours.
I would tend to agree actually, because this is one segment which has not shown much of growth in the last few years and definitely is under pressure.
Unfortunately, I think reader interest is flagging. They're neither fish nor fowl. They're somewhere caught between the supplements of the newspapers and the newspapers themselves. I think the more localization which happens in regional media, the better it is. And in a way, rural is an offset of regional media.
Regional is definitely going to grow a little faster than English and maybe even GEC Hindi.
Fun work is tough, but I'd say I'd be happy. It is a good business to be in at this point in time.
It's boom time, but it has to be backed up by performance. So this is the year in which marketing needs to start counting for business results.
I would say a measured optimism.